Japanese studios are now upset over tariffs. So you don't know, over the past week, Trump has basically tariffed every single country in the world. Until every country in the world basically drops the tariffs against the US, many countries have dropped the tariffs, including Zimbabwe, Israel, and I think a few South American countries have done it, and a few like African countries have dropped the tariffs. I think India has, and Vietnam. But the vast majority of the world is gonna say we're gonna continue to put the tariffs on the US. And Japan has tariffs too. So all the Japanese companies have lost money on the stock market because of the tariffs. Nintendo, Sony, Capcom, Bandai Namco, Square, Sega, and Koei Tecmo. Yeah. And though the hike is to 24%, is yeah, all these Japanese companies are cooked. Don't be too surprised if they pay much more money if the tariffs are not dropped for Japanese products in the future as well. Because if you want to buy something from Japan, it's going to be significantly much more expensive than it is to get from the US as well here. It is a larger effort to get jobs back to America because America used to be one of the biggest manufacturing countries in the world, but over the past decades, the U.S. government has basically sold our jobs down to like the cheap countries as well here. The problem is if people in America don't want to work those jobs and want to get an actual living wage as well here. Compared to someone from China, India, or Vietnam or Philippines who don't give a shit about that stuff at this current moment. So they say, hey, you could do it instead. We can be lazy and do nothing as well here. But it seems that American nationalism has basically, hey, you want if you want to if you want if you want to if you want stuff to be made, you have to actually work. And yeah, I wonder how many Gen Z people who, mostly liberals, who are against work will be upset over it. Of course, if you're already employed, this doesn't really matter to you because you're already employed. Like, why would you need to switch to a different job as well here? But expect the job sector to grow significantly, and younger people will be able to actually work as well here. The only problem is there are several problems. The only problem is you should actually let young Americans work instead of having people from on visas do the jobs for them. Because if you're just bringing the people down from those countries, then there's no point in doing this type of stuff. If you're bringing the people from Vietnam or India to do those jobs here, and then still Americans cannot do it. So yeah, I think that's a huge problem that does need to be addressed. If you want to bring jobs back to America, you should let actual American citizens do the job and not just people from like Asia or you know Europe or other continents to do it as well here. I think that America has tons of great talent, but we have wasted it over the past couple of decades and stagnated as well here. And yeah, that's what this video here. Goodbye.